Here's 5 new pedals we think you're going to like.
Let's turn it up, baby! Hey everyone, welcome to That Pedal Show. Dan here.
Mick here. Hello, welcome to the show. Please subscribe. Do that. And please go to That Pedal Show store and buy yourself some merch. It's how we stay on the air.
This is 10 years. 10 years, baby.
This is year 11, isn't it?
This is, yeah, at least.
Cool. Right, 5 pedals today. First up will be the Hagerman EF86 Booster.
Then we have the new Jam Retrovibe.
Version 4. We've got the Kilobyte 2000 Lo-Fi delay from Caroline Guitar Company.
Then we have the DevTech Audio Soft Drive.
And finally, the Keeley FX Nocturne Andy Timmons Reverb.
Beautiful.
Great.
I say let's start with the reverb because there's no reverbs in the amps.
Oh yeah, amps today.
I wonder what the settings are.
Finally. Finally on That Pedal Show, an Orange. It's an OR30. Thanks, Orange, for sending it to us. We like it very much. We'll get into it another day. Dan, this amp's going to really surprise you.
Okay.
And a Laney LA30BL. So both 30 watts, both 2x12 cabs, and very nice they are too.
That needs to be the thumbnail. This amp will surprise you.
It will. It really will. It surprised me. All right, so you want to start with the reverb. So this is Andy's reverb.
This is Andy's reverb. So the story behind this goes, Andy's Halo delay pedal, which we love, really fabulous sounding delay pedal. It's been at the core of his sound forever, which is basically he's got 2 memory men that he runs together, and it gives him his sound, which he calls the Halo. He spent years with Keeley developing that. Then he had an idea. He said, I love the halo effect that he gives. What would that be like as a reverb so that you don't hear the repeats. You just hear the halo around the outside?
Because Andy Timmons never normally uses reverb, right? So that's why this is a big deal.
It's a very big deal.
So what we got then? What are the 4 algorithms?
You've got 3 algorithms. You've got the Nocturne, which is Andy's reverb. And then you have a plate, which was modeled after the Austin City Limits stereo plate from the 1970s.
Okay.
So they went into the studio and spent days and days getting all that right. And then they've got a spring as well.
Cool. Let's hear it then. How do you switch between them by doing this?
Exactly.
Should we ought to start with the Nocturne, didn't we? Really?
I believe so. Let's do so. You've got the blue is WYSIWYG, and then you've got red, which is a preset. The other thing about this pedal is the first MIDI controlled pedal, like fully MIDI from Keeley.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So it's very groovy. So if we go, there we go. So this is, I'll turn it off so we can just hear the amps first.
So it's like a big hall with some modulation and some pre-delay, yeah?
It's what the Nocturne actually is. It's a bit different. Have a play because it feels different. They take Andy's delay, they filter out the attack,
Yeah.
and then mix all those repeats up together. And it's really, really interesting.
Yeah, cool. A quick go because we need to listen to the other.
Yep.
The other. I'll tell you what's interesting about huge reverbs like that. It makes you want to sort of bask in the cleanness of it.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting about the way Andy uses it is that he can put on gain and it doesn't get in the way.
Yeah.
So we know that it works for that.
Yes.
I'm just going to put on some gain a minute and see. The problem with big reverbs when you have gain is they get messy.
Right.
I think what's happening, because it's got that bit of pre-delay there,
Yeah.
it's not like straight into
Yeah.
crazy reverb.
You're getting all the clarity.
Cool. Okay. Very nice. And the other,
So then we've got, this is a spring.
yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Dig it. I've been listening to quite a bit of classic 60s soul music.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much reverb there is on
Yeah,
some stuff.
right.
So hence going over the top a bit there.
Yep. And then we've got the plate.
Okay, go on. Have a shifty then. That's super interesting because when you turn the reverb level up and the decay up, it starts to self-oscillate.
Right.
And I think that's a clue
Right.
about maybe how, because in the dual delay world of Andy's delay sound,
Yes.
it's essentially them
feeding into each other.
And there's definitely an element of that there. I dig it. Speaking of pre-delay, I've just noticed on the top panel there's a secondary function on the decay knob that says pre-delay, so presumably you can set the pre-delay amount.
That's right, and there's a secondary on the tone as well.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really cool sounding thing.
It sounds really killer.
Yeah.
That the plate mode, when it starts to self thing with a bit of modulation and the tone up high, is stepping towards that thing I love so much about the CXM.
Yeah, right.
It is really nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Another reverb show up coming soon. Very nice.
There we go.
Very nice indeed.
So what I'm going to do, I'll just set up a little bit WYSIWYG.
Yeah, a little bit of plate maybe with not too much pre-delay. And then we can turn it up and down if we need to. Okay, EF86 Booster by Hagerman then. We've had a few, Hagerman I think, sorry Jim. We've had a few of Jim's things on the show. There was a booster in the early days, like a tube overdriver. We've had the 1/2 watt amplifier.
Yes.
And the thing that we were most recently impressed with was the 12AU7 compressor, which you were amazed by.
A lovely, beautiful sounding compressor.
It's over there on the shelf, and continuing Jim's kind of, I don't want to say simplistic, but simple design, nothing to misunderstand here. Says what it is. EF86 Booster, level, tone and drive. One thing we were slightly surprised about plugging it in first before reading the manual, it's not a gain thing.
No.
There's a bit of gain, but it's really about, well, in terms of heavy overdrive, it's not a heavy overdrive thing. It's about getting the harmonics, the warmth, the extra that EF86 tube will give you, which is interesting. Why, Dan?
Because, well, so they used them in the early Voxes. They still use them in the matchless amplifiers and 65 amps. There's a bunch of boutique amplifiers that still use an EF86 valve because of the level of gain that it has. It's just a wonderful, wonderful input stage. Well, it's very, very cool.
So where most preamp type valves are swappable, they're what's called a dual triode, so you can swap a 12AXM for a 12AY7, etc., etc., etc. You can't do that with an EF86 because it is a pentode. So everything's different about it. Anyway, shall we see?
Yeah.
We'll start at the magic 2 o'clock, Daniel.
That's magic. Wow. How cool.
We did a show recently on buzzwords, and one of the buzzwords we used was transparent. I think it's very dear to a lot of guitar players' hearts that when they spend all their money on this and all their money on that, when they plug in a more pedal, you don't want it to like obliterate everything to a sound you don't recognize anymore. That's nice.
That is amazing.
That's really nice. Now, I'm just going to do, this is the bit that might surprise Dan about the orange. At present,
yes,
both of these amps are fairly clean.
Fairly clean, yep.
So I'm going to dial a bit more overdrive into the orange.
Okay.
And then we'll push it with the EF86.
Come on. Yeah. I'm assuming it's the fist control.
No, the fist control is like upper mids punch.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Leave the pedals off a minute.
Yep.
And maybe just a bit of reverb. And I'm just going to turn the gain up so you can see what happens.
Okay. Wow.
Just gone from there to there on the gain control.
Okay.
That's about 10:30 to midday on the gain control. Let's keep going.
Wow. That is fantastic.
That's very nice indeed. I mean, to be fair, when the amp's sounding that good, you know, any old drive pedal's gonna do a nice job.
Yeah, but there's something there.
Yeah,
That's really classy.
that's really nice, actually. We'll turn it on as we continue to go through the show. Jim's. I'll just mention this. Jim's also done like a phase inverter and super low volume output stage in pedal form
Oh.
with people who use digital modelers and
Now that's very clever.
ampless rigs in mind, and I'm
Right.
just sort of seeing that on the front of that. There's another show that we will do.
That's very cool.
It sounds nice, doesn't
That
it?
sounds fantastic.
Because it doesn't get in the way.
Yeah, but you know what it is though? It's that thing where you've got drive, tone and level, which you think from any overdrive pedal, and you go, oh, it's not very gainy, but actually when you hear it the way it works with the amplifier, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
That's what it's about. It's about pushing the amp. It's
Yeah.
definitely about pushing the amp, I think.
That's
adding harmonic.
wonderful.
I'll just give it a quick... I've turned the gain on the orange back down again. Just get back into sensible gain territory with the Leicester. Well, just have a quick play and then we'll move on.
Know what that sounds like? It sounds like old Black Crows.
Yeah, it does. It's to use another buzzword that we've used in the past, honest.
Yeah, that is
I like it a lot.
fabulous.
I'm really sorry about the tuning. This guitar is going, why haven't you played me for a month?
Why?
I'll fix it for you.
Wow. Yeah, I dig that a lot. Well done. Well
Yeah,
done.
nice. I think we'll be seeing that again.
Yeah.
Okay. Soft drive then, DevTech. I'm really interested in this.
Yes.
Hand on heart, Dan and I get a bit kind of like about stuff that says it's like that.
Yes.
And this
But that's the way it is.
this by DevTech Audio. We like DevTech from Australia. Dan's a big fan of the Dark Side of the Moon fuzz,
Yep.
which again is sort of, you know, stepping on a... Anyway, this is like the Cornish, apparently, SS3,
Correct.
which I know nothing about, but
Right.
people talk about a lot.
Yeah.
You know something about it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a... it's Pete's it's sort of natural amp drivey type thing that Pete does. For me, I've always loved Pete's pedals. Whenever I've heard them, I've got one, wherever that is, because it's only got one knob. I can only afford the one knob version.
You only afford the one. If you don't know who Pete Cornish is, please Google him. Absolute leg end of guitar rig. Well, he's the man.
He's the man.
He's the man.
Yeah.
So if you don't know who he is, please read about him. And he does make a whole bunch of pedals, but there is a wait list. They're very hard to get, and therefore,
yeah. And there are a number of people who do versions of the SS2 and the SS3,
and who do we know that uses that? Davey G is a fan, is he?
Yeah.
I want to say John Mayer was a fan.
Right.
So anyway, it is a tone from a light overdrive to a great crunchy rhythm and a nice thick bluesy lead. So light overdrive, great crunchy rhythm and nice thick bluesy lead. The sound is very much like an overdriven vintage valve amp. Okay. It's also buffered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a Cornish thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can do that then. Let's see if we can find light overdrive.
Okay.
I'd say that qualifies as
That
light
qualifies
overdrive.
as light overdrive.
Let's see if we can find crunch rhythm.
Okay.
I'll tell you what's mad. The more I hear it, the more I like it.
Yeah.
And I think, tell me if you're feeling this that I'm hearing, right? What I'm hearing is there's plenty of bite and there's plenty of crunchy treble in what's going on.
Yes.
But there doesn't seem to be a great deal of hard, unpleasant, transient
Stuff.
And it feels like there's a bit of compression going on. Does he feeling that? Or-
Like a natural sag type thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely. I when they say sounds like an amp, that's so many overdrive pedals say, that has got a thing about it, that sag thing, but those frequencies, they're big boy frequencies, as in when you hear that into amplifiers that are giving a bit of love, I think it sounds great. I wonder what it sounded like quiet, but it's obvious that when Pete does a rig, Pete's rigs are for players who are using things with love.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pedal designed to go into amplifiers that are giving it a bit of way.
Part of an ecosystem rather than amp in a box.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
And the other thing I'm finding quite interesting is it is devoid of that thing we know from Tube Screamers and Clons, which is the 700 to 1K thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to have a massive nose on it. It's much more, and I don't want to say scoopy, but it's kind of rock and roll frequencies rather than nosy.
Yeah.
All right, and then bluesy lead then.
Bluesy lead. One thing I'm
Is that what
known
it said?
for, Michael,
Is your bluesy
my
lead?
bluesy lead. Dude.
That's what I was meaning. Like
Yeah.
more pick-uppy stuff. Let's try it with the Strat a minute before we turn the gain down again. It's so funny. Oh my colours are falling off. It's so funny. Frequency-wise, there's some things. Turning the sustain up adds top end in huge
Right.
swathes.
Yeah. That'll be an impedance thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that as you start to, certain pedals anyway, as you start to really turn them up, the way that it just drives everything else downstream really lets those trebles come through. We know that. And some of the top ends, at some time I'm like, oh no, that's too much. I don't want that.
Right.
Yet, they're beautiful frequencies and the feel of it is really nice.
Yeah.
In a big way, really nice.
Yeah. Amazing.
Far out. Okay. I'm interested to try that on the proper rig.
Yeah.
I say proper, on the amps that I play most frequently, just to see how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Very, very cool.
Very nice. I want to try an SS3 now.
Yeah.
And an SS2.
I reckon, I don't know, I've been trying to, I talked to Pete a couple of times, Pete Cornish, and really lovely guy, but, you know, not really up for doing anything.
Yeah, I get it.
But how great would that be? Just to talk about, you know what? Just to talk about his pedals.
Yeah.
I just love that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really, really cool.
We get it. We've met enough genius players, designers, etc., to know that some of them just don't want to be on camera, right?
No.
Anyway, all right. Let's go Retrovibe next then. This is interesting. Jam Retrovibe Mk.4. It adds a few things from the Mark III. How does a pedal ever get to Mark IV iteration, you ask? Well,
I can tell you.
They continue to improve it. And the Retrovibe was originally a pretty faithful Univibe type with photocells. And then they just improved it. I can't remember if the last one had tap tempo or not. Anyway, this one has tap tempo. It also has a ramping function, so you can go between two speeds. You can set the speed of the ramp, and you can set the two speeds exactly the same way as you can on the Harmonious Monk Mark II.
The biggest advantage of this one is that you can buy it legally.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. Because of some recent Roche regulations, certain components have become
Naughty.
well, you just can't use them anymore, or at least you can't legally sell them. And so it's a complete ground-up redesign of the Vibe effect. Chorus and vibrato modes, which we'll get into in a minute. Apparently, it has a wider range of speed and depth than the original one.
Oh, cool.
And it also has an internal gain trimmer.
Oh, cool.
Which is useful in analog pedals depending on what you're doing before and after.
Yeah.
Completely handmade, completely all analog, all the things that we love jam pedals for. So let's have a listen then. So go for it, Dan. You go.
That is delicious. Wow.
No complaints about the sound.
Oh my goodness.
Sounds really nice. That chewy.
Oh, the chewiness. The chewiness. It's all there.
One cool thing about a great Vibe. Vibe, obviously, from Univibe, the original Sinead thing that Jimi Hendrix used and Robin Trower used and Trey Anastasio used and lots of people use, is the throb.
The throb.
But also a little bit of fizzy on the top. That you just... And it's maintaining that quite nicely through.
Yeah. Briefly
entered into the ramping thing there. You like we said earlier, you can set the speed of the ramp and also the speed that it goes from and to. One thing to mention, sometimes when we've done Vibes in the past, people have gone, you idiot, you've had it set on the chorus setting all the way through, not the Vibe mode. No. The chorus mode is the Vibe mode.
Correct.
The V is for vibrato, which is the pitch modulation only. So here's chorus mode. Do-da, do-da, do-da is really important in a Vibe, yeah. vibrato if you want it. Where vibrato really, 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 really is brilliant, and Dan will tell you about this, is if you set it slow and you've got your amps wet dry and you send it to anyone, then you get real chorus.
That's right.
And that's where it's really good. You're not going to hear it now, but... But what's interesting about the difference between that chorus mode in a Univibe is it is the however many stage phaser it is.
4-stage.
Yeah.
What's happening? I mean, that all that switch does is it turns off the dry signal.
Really? So that is the phasey thing as well?
That's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. We better hear it with some overdrive then. Yeah, go for it, Dan. I've got this turned on because it sounds so nice.
Sounds so lovely.
And then we'll hit this.
What a great sound. Great sound.
Yeah. And I think the internal gain trimmer is going to enable you to just get as much or as little as you want, depending on what it's going to be hitting next.
Yeah. I dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I very much dig that.
Yeah. We're probably long overdue an updated Vibes show.
Yeah.
When a new one comes out, sometimes we'll put on our old favourites and just have a listen again, and I think that's a good idea to do.
Great idea.
Okay, last but not least, Kilobyte 2000 lo-fi tape delay from Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
Lo-fi tap delay. Sorry, not tape delay. Philippe Herndon, who is Caroline Guitar Company, says that this has been around since about the mid-2010s, so 2013, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
Right.
Been through a number of iterations, and the idea was, while everyone was using this certain delay chip to try and emulate analog delays and stuff, he thought, no, we won't do that. What we'll do is we'll add loads of gain to it, make it really lo-fi sounding, and just take a different approach on it. And what they've done with this one, let me just get it right so I don't get anything else wrong. The PT2399 was the chip.
Yes.
And instead of trying to use the chip or make it super dark or analog, we made it nasty. The KB2000 fully realises the frequency and bandwidth compromised design of our original. Who would say frequency and bandwidth compromised? I love it. I love it, mate. The preamp on this one, do you remember on the old one, you had it in the
Yeah.
brands you're not familiar with challenge.
Yeah.
There's gain on the input, and there's 5 times more gain now.
Fantastic.
Which affects the delay signal only, so the dry remains the same. And in addition, we can add something on the affected side, which is why that TR2 is off to the side there. That is in the loop of the Kilobyte that we'll turn on in a sec. There's a new sharpness control, gain range and voicing of the preamp. Tap tempo, you can have trails, or true bypass. And there's modulation and the Havoc runaway control.
Awesome.
Let's see if we can just dial in a nice normal delay. I'm just going to turn this on just to give us a bit of nice.
It's so nice.
Yeah. So contrary to the original intention, we've got a digital delay pedal doing a very nice impression of an analog delay there. With the input gain set low, bit of modulation dialed in, reasonable delay time, and you can hear the darkness of the repeats go off. Let's invoke some of this gain then and see what happens. Winning. Winning. If you were confused at what was going on there, we turn the overdrive. So there's the EF86 Booster is on, but it's not really adding any overdrive. It's just pushing the amps a little bit harder, right? The input gain to the delay part of the delay pedal is what's making the delay overdriven. Then turned up the repeats so that it started to self-oscillate, then changed the time to get that kind of thing. Dan then turned on the TR2, which is in the loop of the Kilobyte 2000, which added tremolo to the delay repeats. Oh my God, That is
Isn't that wild?
utterly killer.
The thing about all of his stuff, they're so vibey.
Yeah.
And that is one of the vibiest delays. Like, it is so much fun. But the way you hit it, and the way that normally with a delay, with a digital delay, and you hear these, the repeats are clicking behind you, that just thickens everything up.
Yeah.
In the most beautiful way.
And because the delay repeats aren't bright, it just sits underneath
Yeah.
everything, which is really nice. Two more things to have a quick look at there. One is the havoc control, which I think is on a separate thing there, so you can set how much havoc you want.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Retrovibe and Soft Drive there. Having said, I really like the all of a sudden I started to like the less.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because the Soft Drive's got so much of it. All about placement, all about where do you put this, where do you put that.
Yep.
Buffers and so on. Cool.
Beautiful.
Nice. That'll do as the all-on thing. Normally we go a bit crazier than that, but
Fun.
yeah, nice.
Yeah, lovely
Nice.
offerings today. Brilliant. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe. Please head to thatpedalshowstore.com and grab some merch. It's the main way we fund the show. Massive thank you to our patrons on Patreon, and also massive thank you to our preferred retailers.
Yes, Andertons in the UK and Europe and Pedal Empire in Australia. Please go there and buy something from them. In addition, you'll see some links in the description text. If you use those links at the retailers listed, that helps us out. We get a little kickback off that as well, and we greatly appreciate it.
Backhander.
Yeah. It gives you free cookies.
Yeah, I love
Chocolate
cookies.
chip.
Awesome. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.